This is your WCIA 3 forecast first, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical.
Wow, another really beautiful day across central Illinois with these blue skies, those fair weather cumulus clouds. That is our 40 America weather at Gibson Area Hospital camera on this Thursday. Let's go ahead and take a look and show you what we've got in terms of what's going on in the satellite and radar picture tonight. And again, not a whole lot out there. We've had a lot of sunshine, just a few of those clouds kind of mixing in. Temperatures made it to the 60s today in a lot of areas, holding on to just 59 now in Champaign and 58 in Effingham. As we go throughout the course of this evening, we'll see those temperatures once again falling down into the 30s. It's a little cool. Weekend has got some rain. We'll share that with you when we come back. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
It's a very strenuous job to begin with, both mentally and physically.
And that's part of the reason firefighters want to make sure they are fairly compensated for their hard work. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Right now, if a firefighter leaves his department to work in another, he loses some benefits. Lawmakers are trying to change that. WCIA 3's Jamie Mays is live in our newsroom now. And Jamie, firefighters want credit for all of their years of service.
That's right, Jennifer, and they want to change the way their fire pension funds are handled. Right now, firefighters outside of Chicago who began work after 2011 are not allowed to buy service credit after changing departments. Firefighters can earn credit for time worked. The president of the Associated Firefighters of Illinois says the Illinois bill would allow Tier 2 firefighters, those are firefighters hired after January 1st of 2011, to have the same ability as Tier 1 firefighters. So a firefighter in one city who moves to another city would have their years of service at the first department count towards their pension.
We just believe that, it is a decent benefit for our members to be able to, earn pensionable credit wherever they are working.
The measure passed the Pensions Committee with a vote of 9-0. They hope to have it passed completely by the end of May. Live in the newsroom, Jamie Mays, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Jamie, thank you so much. New tonight at 5, smoke and flames could be seen for miles in Macon County today. It was a prescribed burn, but for those in the area, this was a concern. It happened on the east side of Decatur. People who live near it say they were never alerted it was going to happen. At one point, a train stopped. A school bus had to do the same. The Macon County Conservation District says everything was under control. The darker smoke was caused by exotic plant species in that area. And we have an update. We told you about a popular diner in Nokomis that collapsed while the owners were inside. The state fire marshal assessed the scene today, found no evidence of any fire damage or signs of an explosion that would have caused the collapse. The fire department believes the damage is a structural failure in the 100-year-old building.
Officers responded to Argenta where a semi-rollover left someone trapped. It happened near the intersection of Midway and Emory. When officers arrived, they found a semi on its side, and there were power poles and other lines down. The truck was leaking fuel. Hickory Point Fire and Maroa Fire were both called to help. The driver of the truck was able to get out. State police are looking for your help when it comes to a deadly crash on I-57. Happened north of the Posodum exit. A 52-year-old woman from Chicago was killed after she drove into the back of another car. Her car went off the road, hit several trees, and crashed into the ditch. A 19-year-old passenger is seriously hurt after being thrown from the vehicle. Police are still looking for the car she rear-ended as it left the scene.
Decatur police are investigating after they say 3 teenagers attacked a man and stole his wallet. It happened Tuesday night on East Stewart near MLK Drive. Police say the man was walking when he was hit in the face and knocked to the ground. He saw someone pointing a shotgun at him. Police say the teenagers took his wallet, but there was no cash inside. No one has been arrested so far. 10 people in Springfield were indicted in Sangamon County for gang-related crimes. They're facing various charges, including unlawful possession of guns by gang members. But one, this man, Dustin Carson, is being charged with first-degree murder. Springfield police are cracking down on violence. There's been an increase in shootings this year, so police are reallocating resources.
We are seeing increased bond amounts. The charges that you saw put out by Sangamon County State's Attorney Dan Wright yesterday, that's having a positive impact on what we've seen as far as our numbers of gun violence recently.
The Springfield Police Department created a task force that is solely focused on shooting investigations.
Here's a look at today's COVID numbers. The state is reporting nearly 3,600 new cases, 40 additional deaths in the last 24 hours. Positivity rate, though, has gone down slightly. It's now at 4.9%. There are still more than 2,000 people in the hospital with COVID, more than 460 in the ICU. In Region 3, the area in red on your screen, 81% of ICU beds are in use. In Region 6, the area in yellow, it's 61%. The overall tax filing deadline may be delayed, but that doesn't mean everyone's off the hook. The automatic extension applies to individual returns, and payments for 2020 does not apply to estimated payments for 2021. That would affect freelancers, gig workers, and others who earn self-employment income.
You may have noticed your grocery bills getting higher. A new report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows prices have gone up every month this year. WCIA 3's Jared Farmer is with us. So the report blames gas prices for the increase.
Jennifer, the BLS reports a 0.7 increase in grocery prices since the start of last year. But dairy, meat, and fish products have also gone up even more. For example, the price of ground beef jumped by 16 cents per pound from March 2020 to March 21. That same report says gas prices jumped by an average of 77 cents per gallon since November 2020. A farmer I talked to says a rise in gas prices usually leads to a rise in the food market. So she says this increase does not surprise her at all.
Well, transportation costs are a big part of your grocery price, and everything is affected by gas prices.
She says the country could keep prices from continuing to go up by finding more energy-independent solutions. However, there are plenty of other factors that are also responsible for food prices increasing. So while gas prices may be the culprit right now, that doesn't mean food prices will decrease this year if gas prices do. Jennifer, back to you.
All right, Jared, thank you. Over the past 12 months, the price for meat, poultry, fish, and eggs increased by 5.4%. Dairy products increased by 1.6%. And here's more of the fallout. Restaurant and fast food prices increased by 3.7%.
Here's an update to a store closure that happened yesterday. A Kroger in Decatur reopened. The store on West 1st was shut down after complaints of mouse droppings. Around 10 live and dead mice were also found in the building. A rep with the store says they reopened around 2:30 after the Macon County Health Department completed its inspection.
It's been 3 months since the attack on the U.S. Capitol. What the Inspector General says went wrong that day.
Plus, on this day 2 years ago, the Notre Dame Cathedral went up in flames. How efforts to rebuild that church are going.